Hey,
I'm looking.
Steve, I'm gonna have to. I think I have to restart my computer because nothing's working for me.
Okay, well, while you're right, well, go ahead.
Is that
Wow,
okay?
look
That's
at
fine.
that. The
So, what do
loot
you think?
box. I like it. Very nice.
I have to see Espa's reaction too, so
Well, the
I'll
problem is
run.
he left. He had to go reboot his
Cool.
machine.
Looks good, guys. Looks real good. That's pretty nice.
Well, thank you. I made it in like 15 minutes.
Awesome.
But it's going to jump around a little bit with everybody coming in and out. But actually, what I'll do is I'll turn it off for a second. And then when he comes back, we'll turn it back on.
Nice. Oh, I'm fastidious now. What happened?
No, I fixed it.
All right. There we go.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so how's it going, Steve? I'm sorry I missed the podcast.
No, it's fine. I am actually having a very rough time right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I want to be playing Overwatch, not doing this.
I mean, we can remedy that. So
Yes, we can.
yeah. Easy fix.
Thanks, Avantes.
Uh-huh. You know, I kind of like Reaper. I think I'll have to play with him a little bit.
Thanks, Zero.
Interesting fella, I guess.
Oh, he's so challenging.
Yeah. Well, I tend to get killed by him a lot, so...
So do I.
I want to try. Let's see.
Okay.
Wow, it goes really far. Oh, man. I can see how that will be very useful.
Which one?
Is Shadow Step?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what you'd have to do is Shadow Step and then pull your ultimate.
Right.
You Shadow Step right in the middle of the crew and then ultimate.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the first couple times I played him, I did that thing, and I didn't catch that you could move that glowing hole around on the ground to put yourself where you want. But now I see how it works.
Yeah, I don't know if I said it, which I think I may have, so let me know. But that he mostly relies on surprise Reaper.
Right.
I think I probably said that. Sorry.
Surprise.
So they're saying like you can shadow step in and use your ultimate.
Oh yeah.
So.
Definitely. And you can go to rooftops with this thing too, and across gaps.
Nice.
And onto moving platforms.
Oh, I gotta tell this story. Maybe I'll do it in the show of well, maybe it's not that important. Of when I was Mercy up top on top of the airship. Would that not be relevant?
No, you can totally, but why don't you save it?
Save it for the show.
Yep. I'd save everything for the show.
No, I want to talk now.
Well, if Espo wasn't rebooting his machine, we could be talking right now.
Ah, Espo, come on.
Needs.
He's still not back.
Zero's saying the shadow step is good to get behind Bastion.
Right, exactly. But you have to be in line of sight, so you are putting yourself at risk. Yeah,
or Reinhardt, go behind his shield.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I saw a Bastion kill the other day that was amazing by Lucio.
Really?
Oh.
He jumped up over Bastion, who was stuck in a back corner in a little alcove, and he was using the sound waves pointing down, and he just kept blasting him from the top, and Bastion couldn't find him.
Wow.
He thought he was behind him, and it was keeping him above him, and he was just blowing him away. He ended up killing him. So
I find that anytime you can get directly above somebody, they can't figure out where you're coming from.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm saying a lot of obvious things right now. But.
Obviously.
All right, hello?
Hello. Yeah,
Hello,
this thing's
hello.
on. This thing is on.
Okay. All right. It's a lot clearer, but my internet's still not working. None of my browsers are bringing up anything. So the
Well,
internet,
then you don't need them for the show. That's good.
I guess it's not.
No
Oh,
distractions.
whoa, everything. Wow, someone obviously just fixed everything. What's the loot crate?
fixed. It's fixed.
Yeah.
The loot box.
We are the loot box.
Whoa.
What do you think?
So it says the loot crate.
No, the loot box.
No, it says the loot crate.
What does?
It says LOTI, the loot crate.
Oh, I put it on.
number 00.
Whoops, that's my.
Okay, because I'm like, no, I see loot box, but I didn't refresh my page.
I was gonna say in Overwatch it's a loot box, isn't it?
Yes. My fault.
I gotcha.
Well, there is such a thing as a loot crate, so
Yeah. I
you're
don't think-
you're excused.
Yep. Sorry.
There's a commercial right now, but I'm assuming the overlay's really, really cool.
Oh.
It's awesome. It's overly awesome.
It's overly watchy.
Sorry.
There's a
Oh my
commercial
gosh,
right now,
that
but
is awesome.
I'm
Look
assuming
at
the
us.
So what do you
we
think?
look professional.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
What?
I was just playing around with Lucio's wall ride.
Oh
you
yeah.
can just
Oh yes.
hit the space and stick to walls. You can go around corners with this
Yes, you
guy
can.
on walls.
You
like
can do all
Nice.
kinds of stuff.
90-degree
So,
quarters on the
When
outside.
you finish playing,
It's amazing.
we'll get the show started.
Oh, you can start anytime.
No, we get your full attention.
All right. I'll tab out.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
You can't all tab out.
No, play.
What do you want me to do?
You gotta
Finish
play.
it. You gotta
Look,
finish
If
it.
you're all tab, no, he's saying he's going to leave it running in the back.
No, Rez, play the game, we'll do the podcast, and then we'll just add you whatever. Yeah, we'll be alright.
I'll leave the game. It's cool.
No. Oh,
We need
that's
his brain.
The idea. We don't. Rez can do it. He can do it.
I suppose
Wait,
you're
what if-
typing and thinking at the same time.
Wait, we're just. This is like an Overwatch podcast. We're not going to
Sort
play
of.
the game, like stream it.
No, we're not going to.
No, we're gonna
So
play.
We're going to talk
after.
about it.
We're gonna
Yeah.
play it after.
Oh,
Talk
Yeah.
about it first, and then we're gonna
Alright.
play.
I got
So
you.
we're just
I
going to talk about the things we like about it, and kind of get in
Crazy
intro.
stories that have happened to us.
Yeah.
Are
There's
you
no,
gonna change
no
the
show
Twitch
notes.
name?
What?
I did. You just don't see it for a while. It'll change eventually.
I gotcha.
I got it.
Yeah, we have
Dude,
no idea
that
what we're doing.
really looks
Like-
good though.
It does.
I'm impressed.
Cool.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I do
Let's
have
do
a little intro, so
boy, I'm so
just hang in
excited.
there.
Oh my, we're professional.
So I'm gonna hit record,
We're
then
pros.
give it a few
Hashtag
seconds, and then
pros.
we'll.
Okay.
No, this isn't an Overwatch podcast. This is a special episode of LOTI podcast covering Overwatch. For those people who don't want to hear Overwatch, they'll know it's all about Overwatch and not listen to it. If they
Or listen to it anyways.
or it might be a new podcast. I don't know yet.
I want it to be a new podcast with all four of us. I'll run it. Let's go. I got this.
Jeez. Okay,
We'll do it every other month.
so I'm for
Every
the
other month.
pretending it's called the loot box. So that's just the working in progress name.
No, wait. Loot box.
The loot
Don't get me doing this too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hit record. We'll kind of get going, and just you'll know when it's your turn to say something. Welcome to what we're going to call the loot box. And this is the crew from Legend of the Innkeeper, but we're just kind of goofing off a little bit and talking some Overwatch. So, let me tell you who we got here. First of all, sometimes he's been known to play Farah, but his name is Rez.
System check initiated.
That's me.
In across. I'm ready for action.
Ready for action. Ready to go. And we also have Espo, who's known sometimes to play Bastion. And of course, we have our healer extraordinaire, Squishy Dragon.
I'm not a miracle worker. Well, not always.
And then, of course,
Hey.
myself, Fastidious, known a little bit to play Junkrat.
What a bunch of biscuits and freaks we got here.
Nice.
So there we go. Let's just talk a little Overwatch. So it just came out, just released last week. There's a lot to be said. We've talked about all kinds of different things on our other show and how excited we are about it, and we try to limit it just a little bit, but we just got to the point where, like, we need to talk about this and get it out of our system, so let's just take a little bit of time after the show and record another episode just to talk about this, because I think some people on this show are just like, they can't get enough of it and can't talk enough about it, so squishy.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited. I love Overwatch. It's kind of become my new obsession. And I don't usually obsess about things, but
Yeah, just a bit.
yeah, it's such a fun game. Like, I mentioned on LOTI podcast that I had played it in the beta, and I did not like it at all. Mostly because it was very frustrating, because you do the tutorial, you go into practice against AI thinking, okay, I'll just play around with the character, and I got whooped by the AI really bad. I was like, this is horrible, I can't even practice, so I kind of hated it. And
Well,
then,
let me interject real quickly that
Okay.
I got access to the beta, and I started playing it a couple rounds, and it was horrible. I was
Yeah.
getting slaughtered by the AI, and it was so frustrating, I decided, you know what? This is not going to work for me. I am too old for this type of game. I've never been good at FPSs. It's not going to work. So I came out of the room just a few minutes after starting it, and I said, I cannot play this game. It's horrible. It's awful. And Squishy's like, oh, I can handle it. I got no problem. I'm going to go play it. She sat down.
Yeah.
5 minutes later, came out. I was like, this game's horrible. I can't do this.
It's true. I was like, oh, I got faster reflexes, and that'll make it better, right? Yeah, no. So, but they fixed it since then, and it is so much fun now. Really, I love it. Again, like that city's thing, I don't usually do FPS games, just because I don't usually, like, enjoy them that much. To me, there's not a whole lot of points going around shooting people, It's like, whatever. But this game is so much fun, because it has a lot of different goals, I would say. You have some where you're trying to capture an objective area, and you have to take it over and defend it. And then there are some where you escort a payload to a certain point, and stuff like that. And you always have, I don't know, like something different kind of going on per map. And you start to learn the maps and the characters and find all the hidden nooks and crannies and figure out what characters are good to place certain things here and there, and it's awesome. There's so much you can do with it, I feel like.
You sound like you've got so much you want to say that you can't even get it all out at the same time.
I can't. My brain is just like trying to dump everything out, and yeah. It's messy.
So real quickly, the game Overwatch is put out by Blizzard. It's their newest creation. It is like we said, a FPS, which is a first-person shooter. And the idea is you have two teams going after an objective on a map against each other in a match. And the teams are made up of multiple characters. You get to choose whichever character you want to play from whatever is available. I don't even know, is there like 16 characters right now? I think it's 21 characters. And every one of them has a special ability, special, unique characteristic to them. And once you pick your characters, you can have multiple versions of, you can have a whole team of one character if you like. But there's 6 players on a team. And then you launch into the team, and depending on what type of map it is, you may be all heading towards a certain objective that you need to capture, and both sides are trying to get it at the same time. Or you may have a certain task that you need to do, like you mentioned, an escort task. And one team goes out to set up a defense to try and keep the other team from getting that to that location, and then the other team attacks it, trying to get the point and then move that target up to a specific location. So there's a lot of different things involved there, and there's a lot of different maps, and it goes on from there. So that gives you a kind of rundown what it is.
Yeah. And you got basically 4 categories for the heroes that you can pick. You have your offense heroes, defense heroes, tank, and support heroes. Yeah. Me personally, I've been really enjoying support. I play Mercy mostly, as it said in the intro, and really enjoy it. That's kind of the first character I've actually been really good at in Overwatch. And I've played it with some people who are not, who I didn't know, so they're not biased. And they're using the Blizzard voice chat. And they said I was really good at healing and stuff. So that was a big confidence boost for me. Because they were saying, awesome healer and stuff. And I'm like, really? I'm just, going around doing my best because I never play healer. I thought I would totally be a sniper because I love sitting up there and shooting things. But I have not done a whole lot of that in Overwatch as of yet.
It's one of those weird things you find out about your daughter as you play games like this. I want to be a sniper, sit up here and shoot people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's joy.
Yeah. No. So, I've been playing around with Widowmaker some, and I definitely need more practice with her, but I think once I get better at aiming, I'll probably enjoy that too. So
now I think we should give a moment to allow some of the other people on this show to kind of have a comment or two, Espo maybe?
All right, so came into the game thinking I was going to be more of an offensive person, like I was going to go into
Well, you are.
the heat of the battle. And,
Oh, snap.
I immediately chose Hanzo because he had, in the beta, I thought, yeah, this guy got a bow and arrow, real cool. And, yeah, the learning curve was pretty steep with him, in my opinion.
Yes.
And I had trouble in I think it was the tutorial where he shot robots that were moving.
Uh-huh.
yep.
Yeah, it was very difficult. I
They were
would get
moving
killed,
really slow, too.
and they would kill me, like, really fast, and it would be bad. So, so I was like, this is no good. This is no good. So I started playing with Vastidius and Rez and Squishy Dragon, and we were like, yeah, we're probably not going to like this game. And Rez was like, no, you guys are going to like it. You're going to love it. and I was like, well, okay, let me see what I can do. And started playing. And of course, anytime I play a game with Rez, we have a blast. No matter what game it is, we're having a good time. So I chose Bastion at one point, and I was like, man, this is kind of cool. I can mount up or mount down or mount on and be like a turret and just start mowing down people, and it was awesome. So I just line them up and shoot them down, and I think the first match I ever played with Bastion, I got play of the game. And I don't know if you guys that play Overwatch, or I don't know that you guys that don't play Overwatch know about this, but at the end of each of the games, they have a play of the game, and it's a little cutscene where they show a player and what they accomplished during that 5 seconds that they did something really, really cool. And
glory.
Man, and it's not just killing. Like Versika from the Hero Power podcast, I was playing with him last night, and he got play of the game as Zenyatta, and Zenyatta made this orb or something, and people were in it, and he healed everybody, and it was really, really cool. But anyway, I guess that he did such a great job with it. They were like, man, that is a play of the game. Right. So he got player of the game, and he didn't even kill anybody. So I mean, it's not about slaughtering everybody. Although now that I do know how to play Bastion a little bit, I get play of the game all the time.
Yeah.
Because I line him up and shoot him down. Bastion is just that kind of guy. But thanks to Rez for introducing me to this game, because it's a lot of fun. But Rez, what do you think, Rez?
All right. Well, from day one when they first announced Overwatch, I was on board with this game. I was like, Blizzard is going to do this right. I am so excited to see a first-person shooter coming from these guys. And I've been an FPS player for a long, long time, since the days of Doom, or the original Doom, not the new one that just came out, but from the early 90s. I've played a ton of them. Right, Steve? Yeah, So, I went from Doom to Quake, Duke Nukem, And then later on there was like the Counter-Strike stuff. Never really got into Halo that much because I am not good with the joystick moving around. But let's see, what else have I played?
Unreal Tournament?
I never really played that, honestly. I never played the hero type at first-person shooters until Overwatch. But another one I got big into was Battlefield 4. So now that's a real like war combat game where you have to learn kind of strategy and how to work with people and use all kinds of different weapons. And I'm finding after playing Overwatch for a while that translates perfectly into this game. Like all the flanking stuff, getting behind people, knowing when to do the right thing, working with your teammates. It's all there. This is going to be a huge esports game, and they've whittled it down to the finest elements of that genre, I think. And even though there's 21 characters, it sounds like a lot. They're all different enough and complementary enough that it's just going to work together. It works together seamlessly, and the maps are not so huge that you get lost on them. There are actually like lanes where you go, and nothing's like really hidden. The stuff is fairly easy to find because a match doesn't really last that long, maybe 15 minutes at the most. That's a long game. So even at that, it's not really a big deal if you lose. You just come back and play another one real quick. But so I went. When they first announced that they were going to do a collector's edition, I'm like, I'm getting that. I will pay $130 for that.
Wow.
Get it to my door. So I did, yeah, and it's really nice.
What's special with that?
The Soldier 76 statue, right?
There's a big Soldier 76 statue. It looks like, it's plastic, but it's painted so it looks like a weathered bronze, which is kind of neat,
nice.
Yeah. And then it comes with a really, really nice art book with details about all the characters, all the backstories. Yeah.
I should have bought it.
and the soundtrack, and then everything that you get with the Digital Origins edition, which is like the goodies for all the other Blizzard games, like the Winston Pet in World of Warcraft and the special StarCraft portraits, and you get the Tracer to play in Heroes of the Storm,
and the Hearthstone card,
and the Hearthstone card back, and Wings, Mercy's Wings on
Diablo 3.
Nice.
I got Wings.
Cool. Yeah, they're super cool.
Good to know. I'll have that.
Yeah.
If I ever start.
I mean, I don't know if you guys knew this, but a long time ago, there's a little bit of trivia about Overwatch, but I don't know how many years ago it was, maybe 7 or 8, where Blizzard, that people had found out by just looking at what kind of names were being registered by Hearthstone, like by Blizzard, through their copyrights or whatever, and they saw Titan. Somebody dug up that they registered Titan.
Right.
What's Titan? What's Titan? So that was supposed to be the next big MMO, and I guess Blizzard was really getting ambitious with this. They were throwing all kinds of resources into it. They wanted to make it the most epic next-gen MMO ever. So they worked on this for years and went in and out of, they had all kinds of things that they wanted to put into this game. And that I guess they just couldn't come to some decision on what they wanted to be total. I guess it was going to be something like, it was going to be a first-person shooter, like where you'd make a hero. During the day, you'd have your day job, like making donuts or whatever. And then at night, you'd have to become your hero and then go out into the world and do these crazy missions with your team. But, that sounds like a really cool idea, too. But eventually, they distilled it. They came to a point where they have to make something. Let's take the best elements from these games that we love and just make it awesome. And we have Overwatch today.
There it is.
It's incredible. And I'm glad I got you guys into it.
Well, I think that's probably the best part of the game, too, is playing with friends.
It
is so cool to have somebody to play with, because I played this myself solo. It's fun. It's a great game and all that, but it amps up to a level you cannot believe when you've got Squishy Dragon, Espo, Rez, Zeroshio, and Versika all in the game together as a team, working together on chat, on our Discord channel, talking to each other and yelling at each other in our ears, saying, "They're on me! I'm gonna
kill her! There's a sniper up top! Kill him quick! Oh no, it's Bastion! Where's the shield?" Yeah.
So much fun. And I do want to say, Espo, you're talking about how Bastion and you're able to get the player of the game or the play of the game in those times. But what happens is so cool is that we start the game out, and I may start with Reinhardt. And I'm on Reinhardt, throwing up a shield in front of Espo so that he can just blow away everybody that comes in range. There was one map we were playing last night. We're in defense, and I'm just standing there with the shield, and he is just blowing people away. But then I got this Reinhardt coming at me, and I'm like, well, let me take him out for a second. And I use charge, fire into this room, and Espo says he sees his shield, and he sees things bouncing around inside the room, and then I come running out with the guy dead, you know. And I get back up, and I put my shield back up, and I'm like, I'm ready to go. But then Squishy's behind him, keeping me alive with the heals, keeping him alive with the heals. And then you got Espo up in the air and Rez up in the air with Farah, just blowing away everything and then just laying waste. And so having the team effort, getting to know your characters and getting to know how those characters benefited each other helps get Espo play the game because he's able to do more as a result of it.
Especially as Mercy, you can also, you have your left and right mouse buttons. The left mouse button you hold to heal, the right mouse button you hold to amplify the damage somebody's doing. So I can stand there, and if Espo has got full health, I'll just hold the right mouse button, and he bumps up his damage by 30%. So, you know, it's like, of course he's getting the play of the game, because, you know, me. No, kidding. Because of team effort. So.
Right.
It's always fun.
So I love to play Farah. It's actually probably one of the easier characters to play in the game. Her special ability is she's able to use a jump jet, which shoots her way up in the air, and she has as you hold the space bar or the jump button, she'll hover or just kind of float around for a little while until her gas runs out, and then you let go and it charges back up slowly. But her weapon is she can shoot 6 rockets one at a time, and you know, there's basically two different kinds of projectiles in the game. Those that reach their target instantly, like rifles, like Widowmaker's gun. It's an instant kill if she hits you in the head with full power from far anywhere. But these ones, rockets, they take some time to reach the target. So you have to, if somebody's running, you have to aim ahead of them so that it gets there by the time that they hit them. They do have some splash damage. Anybody around them will take some damage. But you know, I kind of am figuring out that the best way to play Farah is just like an annoyer, you know, to go around and draw the attention. Annoying. Yeah, draw the attention of your enemies wherever they are, bring them out so that the rest of your team can get to the objective or pull them into an area and kill them there. You know, that seems to be when I do the best with her, when our team does the best.
Yeah, and one of the things we should say is that right now they have a regular play mode, and they also have a mode which is called Arcade. And right now the Arcade is basically everything recharges faster. So your heroics charge faster. The great thing is with Farah, she can stay up in the air like the entire time.
Definitely.
So
the whole time.
What's great about that is if Rez is playing Farah and I'm playing Mercy, Mercy has an ability to, if she can target a ally, you hold the shift button, she goes flying up over to them. So what's great is if he's up in the air constantly, I can actually hold the shift, fly to him, and keep him healed or bump up his damage. And so we're both constantly in the air. And it's really hard to hit people in the air.
It's a great combo. It is a great combo. Yep.
Hey, you know what I found out last night?
What's that?
I can actually hit Farah occasionally using a Junkrat with my bombs. I actually knocked one out of the air. And I was like, what? I can actually hit her.
We were playing last night. Best that he says, I just hit her. I can't believe I just did that. I hit her. She was flying and I knocked her out of the air.
That's so awesome.
It was cool. It was cool. And that's, you know, these team-based games are so cool for that because, you know, our community that we have, our community of friends, with Hearthstone, it's difficult to really get everyone combined in an effort to have fun. Like Rez and I can sit, you know, on this Discord, on Skype, and play a game of Hearthstone and have a great time. I mean, we have a blast. But you know, we're either battling each other or it's just difficult to get that kind of team effort going. Whereas Overwatch kind of fills that gap for me. And it's like you got that whole entire team effort going, and we're all running for the objective, and we're communicating, and like these guys have been talking about, it's one person combining efforts with another person to get a goal, and it's so cool. And then even if you don't accomplish your goal, it's still a bunch of fun. I mean, it's just fun guaranteed. I am so glad, because I was honestly, when I was first talking to Rez, I'm like, I'm not going to get it. And I can see Rez's look, and he was like, just disappointment. He was like, Spo, you gotta get it. And I was like, ah. And then so I played a little bit and in the beta, and I just it's too much fun with friends not to get it. I mean, and like Rez said, Blizzard has been known for good games, and I should know. I subscribed to one of their games for 10 years. So I mean, you know, I had to get it. And the really, really cool thing, and I'll stop after this and let you guys talk, is that my wife loves watching us play Overwatch.
There you go.
Like, I'll be standing here playing, and I will have to put the game and our voices in Discord on the speakers, because she loves watching and listening, and she just it's like entertaining for her. In fact, just a little bit ago, she was like, "Can you text me from your office and let me know when you guys are going to start playing, because I want to watch."
That's so awesome.
That's awesome.
Like,
Yeah.
Hearthstone is not the best spectator sport, you know, because it's very strategy based. Overwatch is just kind of like complete mayhem. So, you know, you may have this, at least me. So, for me, I would think that Overwatch is more fun to watch because there's so much action happening constantly. Whereas Hearthstone is a little more slow paced. So it just depends what kind of sport you like to watch, I guess. One thing we should say is that we do play Overwatch on the computer, and what Blizzard has done is they have the Overwatch that you buy for, you know, PC is not able to play with people who have Overwatch for the Xbox. Or, you know, is it just on Xbox and PC?
Xbox, PC, and PS4.
Okay.
Yeah, PlayStation.
They're all separate, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I don't know about PS4 and Xbox,
Okay.
but I know for sure console and PC are separate because controllers react differently than your computer with a mouse and keyboard with a mouse. And from what I've been hearing, basically your response time on a PC is so much faster that if you were playing against somebody on console, they're at a disadvantage. Although some people are very good, it's just you're physically at a disadvantage because you can't turn 180 degrees instantly like you can on a PC or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Because with Overwatch on the PC, your view is controlled entirely with the mouse. You don't have to click anything. You know, it is your view is controlled with the mouse. Whereas like a PC, or a console version would be the joystick. So you'd have to wait for it to turn around, whereas the mouse you can kind of just whip it around. So, you know, it's kind of good and kind of bad. It's like you're gonna have to get with all your friends and make sure you all buy for the same console or PC in order to play together. But at least it's fair. You won't have that one friend saying, "I'm not playing with you guys because you always kill me." So.
Right.
I end up on the floor a lot, but I still play.
No. Okay, so should we each maybe talk a bit about our main heroes? I know we kind of have already, but we haven't heard much about Junkbot.
Narrow it down to your top three. How about that?
Top
Okay, let's
three.
do it.
Okay. Well, that's but go for it.
Go for it.
Okay, so as I said earlier, my number one is Bastion. I really like his. He is mobile. You know, and you can with the left shift, you can kind of you switch between his recon position and his turret position. So you could switch real quick and, you know, run to the side, get down in your turret mode. When you're in that immobile turret mode, you can actually do, I don't know, it's probably quadruple the damage. You just lay waste with a machine, this like chain gun kind of thing.
It's a
And then, and then you left shift and jump up, and you can actually go in a corner and you could like heal yourself, which has this little arm that kind of comes around and shows these little sparks as you're healing yourself. And then you get back into turret mode and shoot away again. And then he has his, I think they're called, are they called ultimates?
Yeah.
Someone said it heroic earlier. I think it's ultimate. So Bastion's ultimate is the tank mode, which is mobile, but it shoots these giant mortars that I blow myself up with. So I try not to go into tank mode too much, or if I'm in tank mode, I try to make sure I'm aiming more up than down because I end up blowing up the ground in front of me and hurting myself. So Bastion's number 1 for me. Number 2 would have to be Roadhog. I just
Really?
I just got into Roadhog. Well, I played him a little bit a while ago, and I really enjoyed the chain stun. So if you know Roadhog at all, he has this giant Stitches style chain. I don't know if you guys played
Chain
Stitches at all. So he throws out this hook on the end of a chain and pulls you in, which stuns you, and then he shoots you with this kind of like explosive grenade, and man, it's just awesome. The only thing about his ultimate that I don't like, and I was talking to Versika about this earlier, is it. Oh, my headphones just broke off. I stepped on my headphones and moved it. Anyway, so the only thing I don't like about it is that when you're shooting with that ultimate chain gun, it almost feels like you can't control it. Like, I don't know if any of you have ever shot a gun. The recoil. So the recoil on the chain gun is like constant, and I feel like I can't control it, and it like shoots all around. So I'm like, I feel like I'm moving the mouse around trying to keep control of my chain gun. But I mean, it scatters so much that it's whatever. So that's my second. My third, so I want to say, I can't remember what Versika would know. I played earlier.
Hanzo?
No,
Torbjorn.
it's not Torbjorn.
Was it like
He said
a tank?
her.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Farah, Tracer? May?
Nope.
Widowmaker, Diva,
Come back to me.
Zarya?
No, you'll have to come back to me on my thing. I apologize, guys.
No worries. There's 21 heroes, Espo. Takes a lot to learn them all.
Yeah.
I've
that's
got
my
most
problem.
of them down, but
I will be playing in the heat of battle, and I will all of a sudden get blown away or take out a hero. Or, for example, we're coming out, and there's a Hanzo. You remembered it. Go for it.
I remembered it. It's McCree.
That's
not
a girl.
her.
I didn't say it was a girl.
You said it was her.
Oh. Not her. So, and the reason for that is, Rez was telling me earlier, he says, Spo, you gotta check this out. You can do a flashbang, and then you can right click and shoot them 6 times in the head and they're dead. And yeah, so I did that a few times, and yes, it's true. It's fun. I enjoy it. Of course, I'm not very good yet, but yeah, very,
That's
very cool.
idiot.
So McCree's my third.
The site you came across. No? Remember the thread on Reddit?
All right, so who's next?
Oh, yes. There's a Reddit thread that says something along the lines of, why do you...
Which hero is your least favorite, and why is it McCree?
Very much so.
And it was saying something like, and if it's not, please explain why you're wrong.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
McCree has a little bit of a reputation, I guess you would say.
Yes, he does.
Well, you mean, is he hard to
He tends to kill you.
Oh, yeah.
He tends to take you out.
Isn't that the idea?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, not when you're the opponent. It's
Exactly.
really annoying.
Oh, okay. His pistol is powerful. Let's put it that way.
It is.
Well, taking two of the ones you mentioned that annoys me, having a battle between something like a Bastion and a McCree, but actually it's here's Soldier 76. When I'm standing in front of a Soldier 76, we both meet in a road and we're looking at each other and we start shooting at each other. I should win that battle as Bastion. Bastion is a big piece of metal and armor. Soldier 76 or McCree is standing there in leather. Something, I'm shooting rounds that are probably 50 caliber rounds at him. He should be dead, yet I tend to lose. Why?
Oh.
That doesn't make any sense. Sorry.
Okay, I can tell you why. Okay, so here's the reason. So Bastion is shooting a weapon that has some massive recoil. So he's not aiming quite as well. So he may shoot 50 caliber rounds that are not really hitting you straight in the face or in the chest. They're kind of nicking your shoulder and your elbow and your side. Whereas Soldier 76 and McCree are hitting you dead center every shot.
They're good at their Mexican standoffs.
Yeah.
And even if you're a robot, he's hitting you in all your
right
hydraulic joints and all the right places. There you go.
Yeah. Bastion's gun, it shoots fast rounds. There's kind of a spread to it, like you said. But he doesn't like recoil after it. It's just that there's a spread, and they kind of hit randomly within that circle.
But we're standing 3 feet apart from each other.
Well,
okay,
that's
come on.
That's the thing. You're not. Well, he's not standing still when you're doing this. He's moving around, and you're trying to keep up with him. That's where you're like shooting behind him a little bit, or kind of shooting through his legs here and there. You're not quite hitting him. Whereas each one of his 6 shots is doing like a third or a half of your damage, and then you're dead. So yeah, that's Bastion.
But yes, hypothetically, it should work, but it doesn't. Okay, Rez. What are your top 3?
All right. Well, right now, like I said before, my all-time favorite offense or defense is Farah. I mean, I plan to learn everybody pretty well, as much as I can, but I think I've got like 5 hours of played time on Farah already.
I think you have more than that, because in the game, when you're playing the battle, which is kind of like Tavern Brawl in Hearthstone.
Oh, you're right.
That doesn't count towards your numbers, and
true.
they don't record the numbers at all that we can find.
Right.
So I did find a site, Overwatch. I'll look it up before it is, but I found a site that actually has all the stats and your information about your characters, and they're tracking everything. That's
you mean like for your personal account?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And you can go and see how many.
It's like Hearthstone deck tracker for Overwatch.
It is, except it tracks all your stats for your characters and how many games you've won, shots, and I mean everything.
Nice.
It's crazy.
Oh, there is you can look at your profile in Overwatch, and it will tell you how many which character you played with most, and I believe how many games you've won with it.
Right.
So.
All right.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Okay. Second favorite, when we're on defense, instead of choosing Farah, I'll choose Torbjorn, because setting up those turrets in unexpected places and then like running off someplace else and collecting the armor scraps for your teammates after. That's just a lot of fun. And then I'm still getting the hang of his super ability, which he says Molten Core, and he starts looking like Ragnaros, which is awesome, right? So, and he can upgrade his turret temporarily to level 3, which does a massive amount of damage to anybody he hits with it for like, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds or so. It's really good. But I'm actually able to, you'd think he's just this short little dwarf guy with a gun that shoots like rivets or something like that. But I've killed Mercy with this guy, and no problem, just like running around, ka-ding, ka-ding, ka-ding. She's dead.
Well, Mercy's a little wimpy, but
Well, yeah, I mean, usually it's like she's being followed. She's got an entourage with her too.
It's true.
Yeah. But anyhow, he's probably my second favorite. And then third favorite, I guess right now it's probably going to be Winston, actually. I'm loving the monkey.
Wow.
I don't like the monkey.
He is difficult to kill.
You're right. He's difficult to kill. And he's like one of the only characters that like really gives me trouble as as Farah sometimes, because he's able to like jump up in the air and with that
Yeah.
lightning gun, just keeps on jumping up and zapping you. And there's like you can't hit him when he's like flying around. It's a crazy monkey. But
Is it a gorilla or an orangutan?
Oh, no.
he's a gorilla for sure. He's a gorilla.
He should be an orangutan.
Yeah, I mean, he might come at you like a spider monkey. Though.
he's
But,
ultimate. He comes at you.
Let me
like a
say,
spider.
the one character that I'm really, really intrigued by and I want to learn better is Zarya. She just seems like super, super interesting. I haven't figured her out yet. She's got the shield. I know she absorbs stuff and she can put shields on other characters. And then she shoots a laser straight at you, but then she can also shoot like this big bomb that kind of goes in an arc too. So there's a lot going on there with her. And she's just like super strong.
And she has pink hair.
Yeah.
Last night, Espo kept
to
yelling, "This chick's got purple hair, pink hair.
Yeah.
Get the chick with the purple pink hair. Get the chick with the pink hair. Get the chick with the pink hair." It's like, dude, it's Zarya. Yeah, the chick with the pink hair.
So I definitely want to learn how to use her. I want to become an expert at Zarya one of these days.
And it's funny because with
after I put
Overwatch, with Overwatch, one of the ways you find your favorite hero seems to be the one who makes you the most annoyed in game. You're like, that's it. I'm gonna learn that character and make them annoyed with it.
Well, that's also one of the great things about this game too, is that you can switch to a different character. And I think really what has keyed me as I go through this is that I start with one character and I think, well, let me just give it a try and just see how this character works. And I'll play a couple of games with that character. And by the time I'm done with the second game, typically I'm going, I love this character. And all of a sudden it's on my most played list. But then I'll go try another character, and the next thing, that character, I love this character. I love certain aspects of it. So it's really cool that you can get into a character and learn how to play it. Well, try and learn how to play it, and just end up falling in love with the character. So.
Also, if anyone hasn't really played Overwatch before, you can change characters in the middle of the game.
Yes.
So, like, when you die, you can go back and change to a different hero. Or you can just run back to your safe area and change to another hero, but that is very tactically not wise.
Yeah, that's a big feature of the game, is being able to change to meet the needs of your team. But you do get an XP bonus if you stay with the same character all game, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I probably never have. But for me, well, no, actually, Vestidus, you go. You go.
Me?
Go for it.
Okay, well,
Top 3.
when I first started playing the game character I wanted to play the most was Torbjorn. And I did play with him a little bit, pretty cool, and liked it, thought it was kind of fun. But then I've always, in some of the MMORPGs I played, I liked to play a tank. And a lot of people around me were playing characters that could use a tank, especially Squishy playing Mercy as a healer. So I started playing Reinhardt. Like Reinhardt. I really enjoy Reinhardt. And I like being that wall, that defense in front of everybody. And he's got the main tool, you right click, he's got a big shield. It's an energy shield that has 2,000 health, and it takes damage over time and absorbs it. And you have a little gauge that goes down as it takes more damage. Once it gets destroyed, it starts cracking and stuff. Once it gets destroyed, then you have to wait a few seconds for it to start regenerating. You can stop using it to regenerate during a battle. For example, last night playing with Espo, when the wave would come at us, I would use the shield, and when we had killed off everybody, which was a few seconds later because Espo was playing Bastion, I'd drop the shield and it would regenerate. So then I'd be back up at 2,000 health again before I could use it again.
So if the shield gets destroyed, does it take longer to recharge? Yes. I would assume so. Okay.
It does take longer because eventually, 2 or 3 seconds, you can bring it back up, but it only has like 600 health.
Okay.
Before you have to give it some time to get full recharge. And then also he can charge. His attack is really a charge, and he flies across the screen. He's has these jets on him that pushes him across. The problem with that is that he goes until he hits a wall, or there is a limit on how far he can go. But typically,
pretty much it's until he hits a wall.
Yeah, and if you don't hit a wall, then it's going over the edge typically. And I've done that.
You're not lined up right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what he does though is if you aim towards somebody, he will actually pick somebody up with him, the first person he encounters, and take them all the way to that wall and crunch them against the wall. And it does an immense amount of damage against a person and usually kills them in most cases.
Especially, I believe it's, the further you go, the more damage you're getting done to you, because most of the time, if I get hit with that, I die.
And then the other big thing he has is a big, massive hammer that does area effect damage in front of you. And he can also throw a beam weapon a long distance, which is interesting that when he uses that beam weapon, it passes through everything that it goes through, so you can actually hit multiple targets in a line. So if you get right lined up and throw that thing, it's really cool.
And
so he's
again,
a lot of fun.
That's kind of what we're talking about with saying that some of these maps have lanes, where there is a narrow path. Generally, that is not the only option, but it's the most chosen route or whatever. So there are,
And I like when that's the chosen route.
Yes, you
I
do.
just mow them down.
Yeah.
So that was my first one for the beginning of this weekend. And so during the weekend, I decided, I'm going to try something different. And I started playing Junkrat. And I like Junkrat.
Dude, you are good at Junkrat.
Junkrat has mines and traps. You can put down the big claw trap down in front of like a door before you start a match. And when somebody steps in the trap, it immobilizes them for a short period of time. The great thing is you throw a mine down there also. And the game is so awesome in that it lets you know when your trap has been activated. Guess what happens when the trap gets activated? Right click, boom, blow up the mine, and that makes some really painful damage. Especially the mine does 130 damage, the trap does 80. Most heroes have 200 health.
Yeah.
Boom.
I tell you, as I've got caught in that trap before, and it does not feel like a few seconds. You're like there for 3 hours, and you're like, get me out! Yeah. And then you die
Exactly.
a swift, painful death. And then you get to watch it in replay when you die. You get to see how you died, which sometimes can be great in the middle of a battle, because you'll be like, oh, there's a Bastion turret there that I didn't see, and you can tell your teammates in Discord, hey, I found Bastion, kill him. But other times it's just painful and agonizing to watch, because you're like, that was so obvious. I should have known that.
Well, the other thing he does is he has a grenade. He just throws grenades all over the place. And if you ever see Junkrat. By the way, we don't ever know what they call him. We call him Junkbot, Junkcat, Junkrat, everything else. It's Junkrat, but we'll still call it incorrectly many times.
Oh, yeah.
The way you play him is you constantly click with your left mouse button. Constantly. You're throwing bombs out everywhere. And the cool thing is that you can aim really high in the air, and it will go extremely far. And you can also aim for Farah. You can knock her out of the sky. It's hard, but you can do it. You can also hit those snipers that are sitting way over on the other side of the map. Not really the map, but I mean a very long distance away, and just start pegging them, and they're like, where's this coming from? Freaking out. But the most fun is to get him to a point where he gets his ultimate. His ultimate is a big tire, and he has a motor on this tire, and he cranks it up and then lets it loose, and you can guide this tire around to where your enemies are and then blow it up. And the cool thing I found out is that you can climb walls with it.
Oh, nice.
So if you got somebody that is a sniper sitting up on a ledge or whatever, you can go after him. He can do massive amounts of damage. And
if you get hit with that tire, you're pretty much dead. I mean, I guess that's kind of a guarantee with most ultimates, but you hear that tire coming, because one of the cool things is that you do hear enemy teams' sounds louder than your teammates. So you hear that tire start up, and you're like, oh no, run now. Everybody scatter, like, you're going to die.
Yeah.
So the tire is pretty cool in that aspect, but I will say, too, the tire can also... What was I going to say about that? Totally blanked.
Well, real quick, Junkrat's basic attack, his bombs that he throws, they actually bounce also.
Yes, they bounce twice.
And they have a splash damage, too.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Is that what is your average amount of damage that you see at the end of a game for your character? Is it somewhere in a range about 8,000 to 12,000 amount of damage? Is that accurate?
For me, like maybe 7,000, because I usually play Mercy as a healer, so
Well, I think on average, the amount of damage you do is somewhere in the range of about 8 to 15,000, we'll say. I consistently see with Junkrat 25,000 damage. I mean, somewhere in that range.
That's
And it's insane. But again, that is an arcade mode because you're getting a lot of bonus
That's true.
extra with the arcade mode. But it just seems like he does so much damage, but never gets play of the game.
It's always
Hardly ever.
Esco stealing it from us.
Okay, my last character I need to just run through real quick is
wait.
Lucio. Go ahead.
Stormers in chat says that the trap with Junkrat is really good against Tracer,
Yes.
which is so true because she
I've
whips
started
around,
using that.
and if she goes through that trap, it's really great.
Yeah, you
Okay.
get her in the trap and then throw a grenade at her, and she's dead. So it's very good. Okay, Lucio. I played Lucio one time before in the beta. Hated it. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I can't do anything. It's like, I can't heal. What is this guy? So saw him again in one game match, and the player playing Lucio was amazing. It was like, wow, you're really good at this. Okay, I got to try this out again. I like healing. I've always been enjoying healing and stuff. So I played him. He's so cool. One of the best things for the beginning of the game is his speed boost. You rock out the speed boost and you hit E on your keyboard, and it gives a additional boost to whatever you're using.
You should play the music again.
I will do it later.
Aww.
So you're playing this. He's got this beat. He's kind of a groovy dude, and you're flying through the map. You get your team to where you need to be very quickly. Then you switch with the left shift key to a healing melody, and it starts playing this healing aura around you. And basically, I just skate around whenever there's anybody who needs health, I go head over in that direction, hit E to boost the healing effects, and the entire time I'm holding the left mouse button using my energy weapon, which actually does damage or heals depending on who you're targeting. So I'm more rocking around, just keeping everybody healed, trying to keep everything going, at the same time doing damage, which you can use at a distance, which is awesome because I can use this weapon to hit snipers across the map with this thing. So it's awesome to do that. And then my ultimate is a mass heal for everybody in the area. And so I'll just go through and then knock it down with this beat, and it just this big wave of healing wave across, and that's just fun keeping everybody up and alive. So
Also, one of his other buttons, he can shift over to a speed boost and press E, and it does
that's
an
why I used it at the
area
beginning.
of effect for a speed boost, which is great if you're on defense, because it'll get you to the area you need to defend very quickly. You'll have more time to set up defenses and such.
And also, as Rez recently found out, he can skate up around walls.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I saw an episode, somebody put this on Reddit. They fell off the map into that one map that has a big hole in the middle.
Oh no.
They fell off, but he ended up catching himself on the wall and using the ride the walls, and kept jumping and riding the walls, and ended up getting himself out.
What?
That's awesome.
Like, that's incredible. That's
Wow.
So
That's
lot of fun.
awesome.
So that's the 3 I'm playing right now. I'm going to play others, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm talking-
Overwatch, you learn who you like to play, and it changes all the time, because as you learn new characters and such, you find different things that you like. You see somebody play a character really well, and you hate that person and say, I'm going to go play that character. It's awesome. So.
Squishy.
All right.
Okay.
Let's hear
Top 3. Mercy for sure is my first. I never thought I would play healer. I know I kind of said this earlier, but I really like playing Mercy because I feel like I can actually do something beneficial, I guess, in the game. And I've been applauded for my healing skills, which has never happened before. So it's nice it's nice to be appreciated, which is actually what she says in game if she gets player of the game, play of the game, which I never get play of the game. I mean, you're a healer. Her ultimate is amazing. She can resurrect everybody within a certain area who has just died. So if the whole team suddenly wipes except me, I can go up to where they all died, hit that button, they're all up, full health. It's so much fun. I love doing that, especially in arcade, because by the time they die again, I usually have it refilled.
You sound like
So-
it's a common thing.
Well, yeah, kind of. It depends on the characters, and if we're in a serious fight, I tell you, you go into these matches, and sometimes it's a fight to the death. You're really equal with the opposing team, and you have to really fight for it. Other times you get demolished. It is so brutal. Like, you're just dead. You can't do anything. And other times you're the person who's demolishing the other team. So it really varies based on, how good the other team is or how well they work together. One thing we do notice is in the evenings, that's apparently when all the pros come on, because the evenings when you play, it seems to get more difficult to beat some of these teams. But yeah, Mercy, definitely my favorite. She does have her healing. She has the staff, which does the healing and buffs up the allies' damage. And then she has a pistol, which doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it's great if I'm standing, behind Reinhardt, who's got a shield. I can probably take out a sniper.
I've heard you say I've killed so-and-so way too many times for a healer. I have to tell you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like I've gotten way better at aim because I've been playing her, because that's not my primary role. So I'm not feeling like a horrible failure if I don't hit them, because I say, I'm a healer. I'm not supposed to hit them, So it's kind of a boost my confidence again. Because, like I said, I don't really play first-person shooters. So I guess going into Overwatch, I'm expecting to be demolished. So seeing that I'm actually able to play it and do well is pretty exciting. Yeah, so those are her basic things. I like being able to fly to other allies, because that's really her only escape. Because if she's in one-on-one combat, like, you just flick the mouse wheel, switch over to your pistol, if you're not already on it, and if you dodge enough, you can kind of keep yourself alive. But if you're up against, Roadhog, it's best to just run. You find an ally, hold shift, fly over them as fast as you can, get behind them, and that'll save you a lot of times. But yeah, I guess my secondary would be May, and she has. I found out that I liked her based on somebody annoying me. So she's got an ice wall that she can put down. You target, where you want it, and it will put up this huge wall of ice that you can't shoot through until you can, but you have to destroy the wall before you can shoot through it. And you can't walk through it. You have to go all the way around. She also has her basic attack. Is close range. You have to get close range, hold down the button, and you can freeze enemies, which annoys people because they're going along. She's very good at sneaking up behind people and freezing them, because when you're frozen, you can't move, you can't shoot. You're stuck until she runs out of ammo, basically. She has about 200 charge, but it lasts a few seconds, basically. And, what's her other button? She's got one other button, right?
It does heal, where she can put herself in an ice block to heal.
That's right, yeah. She can encase herself in this little ice and heal, and she doesn't take damage. So if I'm up against, again, like a Roadhog or a tank in general, or in the way of Bastion or something, I can hit that, heal up a little bit, and plan. That's really good for me to plan my escape. So I can say, okay, if Bastion's aiming for me, and I'm in that, I see he's shooting at me, I get ready to press my wall of ice, put that down in between us, and run.
Yes.
So it's really great. And her ultimate is putting down a area of effect freezing. I haven't seen her ultimate be super useful.
It's annoying.
It can be annoying, but I feel like it's fairly easy to evade, because you can see the freezing area pretty well. But if you do it well enough, I think it would be great. I probably just don't know when to place it well enough yet. But
Okay, and your third one?
Yes, my third one, that's difficult. I'm going to probably say, at this point, Widowmaker, because, and maybe Symmetra. I don't know. Widowmaker, I'm still playing around with. I'm still trying to learn her. She's a sniper. I really like her hero power, which is so useful, because she makes all the enemies a red silhouette, so everybody can see them for a few seconds.
For your entire team.
Yep. So you can see their silhouette and say, oh, okay, that's, Bastion setting up over there. There's another Widowmaker coming, kind of thing. So your whole team can see where the enemies are for a little bit, which is great, especially if you're on defense. You can see which side of the lane they're coming in on, and everybody aims for that spot, to mow them down, Espo. So Either that or possibly Symmetra, which is also good for defense. Symmetra is very specialized, though. She has turrets that she can place on walls that are amazingly good. If you you guys,
You
oh my
don't
goodness.
see them?
You're yes.
Your S was sitting here grinning, and I'm
It's
like,
'cause
what is this?
I've ran into rooms before, and I've watched the kill cam, and you see 3 of those sentries
Three?
just
6
zapping
usually.
that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can have 6 at a time.
Oh my
And,
goodness.
okay, so one thing I've discovered is that you don't want to put them in an obvious place like the main doorway. You want to stick those in a side room where people go to escape fire. Like the Hollywood map, there are 2 in the basic defense area, the first point. There are 2 doorways on either side that people go into to escape. They don't expect turrets there. So you put them on the inside of the doorway. They go in there to escape. They get zapped by all these turrets, and it works great. Also, I saw one that was in a stairwell because I died from it, saw the replay, and said, that is an amazing spot to put them. Because I didn't see it coming at all. So yeah, Symmetra's pretty good. She has a teleporter, which I was actually reading up on Symmetra this week on Icy Veins, which is an awesome site that I recommend for everybody to go to look into their heroes.
Well, before you go into all our hero powers, save it for another show. So,
Okay.
because everybody wants to go play, and you keep
I'm
talking.
sorry, but I'm just so excited. So yeah, Symmetra has a teleporter, which is great, but it can be destroyed, and that's annoying. Other than that, just kind of not super useful. So, turrets, teleporter, that's about it. Okay,
Okay.
I'm done for now.
Well, I think we should probably wrap it there. With just unless you got some parting thoughts or whatever, because I know we're itching to play, and it's getting late for Espo and Rez. They're a little late for them, so.
Nope, I'm good. Let's go play some.
So, anyways, if you are a part of our Patreon group and you're on the Facebook page, in our Facebook page, we do have information on how you can log into Discord, and the Discord channel. You can join us there if you have Overwatch and want to play and catch us. We will try. We're typically going to be on there playing in the evenings. U.S. time. So jump in there, see if we're there. You're welcome to join us. We'd love to play with anybody. We'll play with everybody. So, just
the more the merrier.
Yeah, and if we get to a point where we have 12 people playing, we'll create 2 teams, and
that would be awesome. That would be so awesome. And
we don't mind.
We'll
that's
get
the cool
there.
thing. Like that's what said. You can play with multiple people and have fun together, and it's better if you have Discord because you can talk. Yes, they have chat in game. That's built in part of the game, but it's everybody on your team. And it works good, but I have to press a button to do it, whereas Discord, I don't have to push anything.
Yeah.
I run it all the time, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a setting to turn it on all the time, but I don't care. I'd rather use Discord because it's people I know and I love, so.
It's true. You get to know, the people, so it's fun.
So anyways, if you guys liked what we're doing here, wanted to hear more of this, whatever, just give us a response somehow, some way. You know how to reach us at legendoftheinnkeeper.com. Let us know what you think, and we would love to chat more. Any other closing parting comments from Rez or Espo? You're muted.
You're muted, Rez.
Oh my goodness! I said game on. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
Right.
I was waiting. Let's
Heroes
go, team.
never die.
Heroes
Let's
never
do this.
die. Okay, well, thanks a lot, guys, for listening. I hope you enjoyed our little lesson from Squishy and about all
Hope
her.
you enjoyed it as much as I did.
I know she did. She's been dying to talk about this for the longest time. So
Yeah.
But that does it. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you in game. Whew. Boy, man, get her going.
Oh, I have so much more to say. You don't understand.
All right, I'm getting off Skype and getting on Discord.
Okay.
I'll be there.